Hey guys, Morris from Impress Computers here, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a brand new Windows 10 computer. It's a pretty simple process, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so obviously the first step that you're going to want to do is actually have your computer turned on and loading up to the main menu. This, when it's a brand new laptop or computer, it might take a bit, maybe 2 to 3 minutes to fully get you to the actual setup of Windows, so you just got to be a little bit patient with that, and eventually it'll take you to a blue screen. And you just wait it out a bit. Alright, so once everything's loaded up, you're going to be on this screen right here. It's going to ask you to select the specific region that you're in. We're located in the United States, so we're obviously going to be selecting the United States for this option. And once you get here, it's also going to ask you to select the specific layout that you want for your keyboard. Again, we're going to be selecting the United States, and we're also going to be skipping the secondary keyboard layout. And on the next screen, you're going to have the option to connect to the internet. We don't do that until much later because we're basically trying to limit the downloads that you have at the startup of a brand new machine. And this screen right here is just telling you the things that you're going to be missing out if you don't connect to the internet. It's fine as of right now. You just go on ahead and continue with limited setup. This is the Windows 10's license agreement. Be sure to read every single word on there, very important. And right here, this is where you get to name your PC. So normally at the shop, we name it admin. You can name it whatever you want. Doesn't really matter. Alright, and on the next screen, you're going to have the option to add a password to your computer. We recommend you do so, but today we're not going to because this laptop is actually going to be one of the laptops that we put up for sale in our shop. And for these next two options, we just personally skip them. You have the option to enable these. We don't like the digital assistant. And in this next screen, we're actually going to be talking about this in just a second. Now, on this next screen, these are pretty important settings depending on what kind of person you are. If you're a very private person, you're probably going to want to turn all of these off. If you don't really care, you can just click accept on all of these. It really doesn't matter. For us, we like to turn all of these off. That's just us personally. Again, you have the option to leave these on, but that's really all just depending on how private you are with your information. Now, once all of that is done, you're basically set to move on to the next stage, which is going to be when you actually boot up to your main Windows. This last process shouldn't really take you more than 10 minutes, honestly, so eventually you'll reach the Windows screen. Alright, so once you're finally loaded into Windows, what we like to do is go straight to setting up the internet now. So you just click the globe at the bottom right, click whatever Wi-Fi one. We're going to be clicking the one at our workshop, and we just click connect, and it's going to give you the option to enter the password, and we're just going to do that in just a second. So once that's done, we are fully connected. It should connect that quickly. Now what we like to do is go to the web browser. So we're going to click Internet Explorer that's at the bottom, and it's going to take you straight to the Microsoft homepage. But we're not going to be doing anything here. We're actually going to be going to a little website called Ninite. Now, once you reach ninite.com, you have a bunch of options to download, a bunch of programs for your new computer. Right here, what we're actually going to be downloading is the web browser. We're going to be using Firefox. You have the option for Chrome and Opera. You also have a bunch of other things available to you. Honestly, you have a media applications. We're going to be downloading VLC. It's a nice little application for videos. Some runtimes that are going to be running in the background of your computer that are going to improve the performance of your computer, actually. And if you scroll down here, you have other options as well. You got Dropbox right there, 7-Zip, WinRAR. Got a couple of developer tools available for you if you're into that sort of thing, and many more. Honestly, we're going to be doing 7-Zip just in case you do want to get some zip files unzipped with 7-Zip. And once you're done selecting all the programs you need, you scroll down, you click download your Ninite, and what you're going to want to do is click right there where it says run to run the program, and it'll start downloading every single program that you selected. Once you click yes, eventually it'll load up and it says, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? You click yes, and that's going to start to download every single program that you selected in Ninite. Now, the next stage that we're going to be doing is we're going to actually be downloading Adobe Reader. So we're going to be searching in the search bar Adobe Reader download. There we go. And normally it's going to be the first link right there. You just click that and it loads you straight into the Adobe website. Now this is actually where we're going to be installing Chrome onto this device. It gives you the option to do so. So you just click the center one and you click download, and eventually it'll give you another one of those pop-up things where you're going to have to click save or run. So once it's fully downloaded, you're going to want to click run like we did on the Night downloads, and again you're going to get a prompt that's going to pop up and you're going to click yes on that. And that's also going to start to download the Acrobat Reader, and also Google Chrome is going to be installing that. Now you can go check to see if your Night download is completely done. For us it is, so we're going to be doing close on that. And now we're going to be moving on to the next step, which is actually activating your Windows. So in order to activate your Windows, you're actually going to want to go down to your settings and click update and security. This is the easiest way to get to there. Now once you get there, you have the option to update your Windows. You will want to update your Windows, so actually what we're going to be doing is checking for updates in just a second. And this right here is probably the longest process of actually setting up a new computer. So you're just gonna have to wait it out for these and just constantly keep updating it until it says you're up to date. Now we're gonna be just enabling some of the icons for our desktops. You're just gonna go to home and customize desktop icons, and we're gonna be enabling the computer, user files, recycling bin, all that sort of stuff. We're just gonna be putting it onto our actual desktop, so when you actually launch the computer, it's right there front and center, and you just click them whenever you need them. And now we just minimize out of all of that, and as you can see, they've all popped up, and luckily enough we also see Google Chrome as fully installed. So now we're just going to uncheck these things that are on the screen, and now we're going to click finish on our Adobe Acrobat installer, which means that it's basically done install. Alright, so once all of that's done, you just click finish and it'll launch you a tab onto your web browser, but you can just close these down. These aren't really important. And again, you can close down the rest of these tabs as well. Alright, so one of the most important steps now is to fully activate your Windows. You're going to want to click right there where it says change product key, and the product key is actually located at the bottom of your laptop or in the back of your computer. You just scratch it off like a lottery ticket and you just plug it into that little bar right there. Alright, so once Windows is finishing up to activate it, it'll eventually tell you that Windows is activated with a digital license, and once that's done, you just close down the tab and Windows is fully activated. Now what we're going to want to do is actually restart your computer. Your Windows updates should be fully downloaded at this point, so you can just restart the computer, and this right here may take a bit, so we'll see you in a bit once everything is fully downloaded. Alright, so once Windows is 100% complete, it should automatically restart, and depending on if you added a password or not, it'll ask you to put in the password for your computer. We did it, so it just automatically takes you to your Windows, and we're just going to have to repeat the process until that's completely done. So what you're going to want to do is actually go back to your Windows updates and just keep on updating it until it's fully up to date. It's a little bit of a tedious process, but it's necessary in order to ensure that your computer is fully up to date. Alright, so once all of the restarts and updates have been done, you should get a green check mark, and it's always best to just triple check. Honestly, you just never know. Sometimes it gives you the green check mark, but there might be another update right after it. So you just keep on clicking that check for updates, and if you keep getting green, that means you're basically done setting up your new computer. And that's basically it. If you have any other questions, just leave a comment down below or give us a call at 281-647-9977. Thank you.